Logan, your thoughts on the trade? How surprised were you?
I had an idea that it was going to happen. I wasn't sure when it would fully go through, but I kind of woke up this morning, got the call from Zach, my head coach in Cincinnati, and told me that they were sending me here, and went in and said my goodbyes to all the people that poured into me, and I helped pour into them, and so it was a tough goodbye, but it's time for a fresh start, and so I'm excited to be here.
You had asked for a trade, did you know was the Cowboys before this morning? Did you know they were interested?
I knew that they were interested. I didn't know who exactly it was going to be. There was a couple other teams that I was told that were interested, but that was just kind of the gist that I got from it.
So clearly this is where you want to come, right?
Huh?
This is where you want to come, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Now that you're here.
Yeah.
Do you know enough about the scheme and the people around you to have a sense of how you fit in with your skill set?
Not yet. Haven't met with the coaches yet, just to kind of get that background that we're looking for. I'll do that either tonight or tomorrow morning, and so go from there. But just looking forward to trying to do my part to help this team win some games.
So write the scouting report on yourself. What do you bring?
Tough, physical, hard-nosed attitude. Try to find a way to make plays on the ball and get the ball back to our offense.
Logan, what was kind of your mindset? Just obviously a big life change too when you're on
Yeah.
the plane coming here. What's kind of going through your head when you get traded like this?
It's a whirlwind. You got to pick up your whole family and move. I got a wife and a daughter back home, a couple dogs and a cat, and so I'm a homebody. But it's tough. You got to. Especially being in Cincinnati for 6 years, we grew a lot as people. We started our family there. My daughter was born there, and so Cincinnati will forever hold a special place in my heart and for everything that we accomplished there. But excited for a new beginning, a fresh start, and I'll get my wife and daughter out here as soon as we can.
And obviously, a friend for linebackers is big defensive lineman. They traded for Quentin Williams today too. What was your reaction to that? And I guess how excited were you?
I saw it on the plane here actually, and I was like, okay, I don't know much about the guy. I just know he's an incredible player, and to be able to play behind him is going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to it.
Did it help for you that you were able to, when you requested the trade, mentally you're kind of going through the process of, hey, I'm probably going to be departing Cincinnati this home. Did it help in the sense that when you got that phone call this morning, you had already been processing that with the family?
Yeah, I feel like you process it, but it's not real till it's real. You know what I mean? Until you get the call that you're actually being traded somewhere, that's kind of when it hits you. As soon as Zach called me, I started sweating a little bit. It's like draft day all over again. You're trying to go to a whole new city, meet a whole new team, whole new coaching staff, all those different things, and so. Everything's. I'm a big believer in faith in the man above, and everything's has a bigger plan, and so just gonna trust in him that he knows what he's doing.
What about Dallas's appeal to you?
What's that?
What about Dallas's appeal to you as a player?
Just a new opportunity for a fresh start. Come in. Obviously, the offense is good, and we're just trying to do our part on defense to help contribute and try to get some wins down the stretch.
Good timing with the bye week. You're able to dive into the playbook a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. That'll definitely be helpful in that.
Brian Schottenheimer was just talking about how eye discipline with you stood out on film to him. What goes into preparation for you during the week so you can read and react?
Yeah, you got to understand your keys. You got to understand formation tendencies, who can flash back across formations that changes run gap fits, and all those different things that go into that. A lot of that comes with experience. I played a lot of football, and so just understanding how teams are trying to attack you, by watching film and going from there.
How difficult was it to not play as much or here lately for you as a guy who played all the time?
Yeah, it was weird for sure. That was just the nature of what we were dealing with, but I made a promise myself that I wasn't going to change who I was. I wasn't going to stop pouring into the rookies just because they were playing over me. I wanted to continue to be, my legacy as a person was more important to me at that point, and so I made sure I was doing everything I could to pour into them. Any questions they had, I was an open book, willing to help them learn, elevate their game. And it was tough, but it was just a part of my path, and so it ended up being here, and I'm excited to be here.
Was it a calf injury that you had been dealing with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything good there?
Yeah, it'll be good. The bye week will definitely help for sure. Yeah.
You play for the Wyoming Cowboys. I think your nickname is the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to be here too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like, going from being a Cowboy and then coming to Cincy and then come back and be another Cowboy at this level. It's pretty surreal. It's awesome.
Going back to the vision kind of concept, that's one thing they talk about is your anticipation. How much of that is scheme dependent, being in the same scheme for a while, and I guess how much of an adjustment would it be to come to a new scheme and a new defense?
Yeah, I wasn't a new scheme this year with a new defensive coordinator in Cincy, but the past 5 years, I had the same defensive coordinator with Lou and Aruma, which obviously helps. Whenever you have continuity within a scheme, you can find ways within that scheme that you can improve at, and so that certainly helps. But understanding how offenses are trying to scheme against you and how they're trying to attack you, that stuff doesn't really change. It's just trying to get to understand based on what we're in, how they're going to try to attack us off, that kind of stuff. So just getting the playbook and understanding what we're trying to do.
Where did you learn kind of how to attack that kind of part of it? What an offense might do to you? How did you learn to game plan yourself in that regard?
Yeah, I just feel like the more through experience more than anything. It wasn't like my rookie year I understood all that kind of stuff. Just the more you play, the more you understand how teams are going to try to attack you based on what you're in, and understand your weaknesses, because sometimes you're not in the best coverage versus a certain pass concept that they throw at you, and that's just the nature of this game. And so you got to find a way to survive the down.
What do you do now? Do you stay in here for a little bit? You going back home? You're like,
As far as I know, I'm gonna stay here for like a day and then kind of go from there and see what that is. But then we'll try to get in the playbook and start learning the scheme.
Have they given you the iPad yet, or
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Still going through everything.
Yeah, I got you.
Speak it up, that's where we're heading out.
All right,
There we go.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.